This bill today is making sure that every student can partake in all of those things. One, having enough food when they get to school, making sure that it's not a concern, but also making sure there's no stigma attached to understanding that sometimes food insecurity is a lot closer to us than we think.
Good job, Webster.
We're going to tell you why we started with that clip after this. If you want more content like this, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ringling that dingling bell so you get all the notifications on our latest videos. Now, before we get to why we started with that clip, I wanted to talk a little bit about what Donald Trump is feeling right now. He is panicking. He sees a rally like this one, and he is panicking. And there's more rallies to come. And there's going to be more big crowds like this. And this is the kind of crowd, this is the kind of enthusiasm Donald Trump just dreams about. And he doesn't get it. Not anymore. Now he has these lackluster rallies with confused MAGA people who don't know what he's talking. We don't know what he's talking about. They don't know what he's talking about. Now let's get back to why we started with that clip. Many of you may have never heard of Tim Walz, or at least you may think you've never heard of him. But there was a little meme that went viral that related to that clip we started with, and let's take a look at that. And that's this little clip here. Sarah Huckabee Sanders signing a bill legalizing child labor. We see those very stern-looking kids. And then Tim Walz, after he signed a bill providing free breakfast and lunch to Minnesota students. And there you go. And that's, from that clip we just ran. And they're going to try and attack us on this. I think free school lunches, free school breakfasts is not something that most of America thinks is crazy or ridiculous. And let's move on to some other really great clips. We want you to really get to know Tim Walz in this video, and let's start with this.
Also win a few times, including with his daughter, who he says tricked him into going on the most extreme ride at the fairgrounds. Take a look.
Every year we as a family do something old and something new. I get to pick something, a classic, the old mill ride, to do that. And then Hope gets to pick something new.
I think we're gonna go do the Slingshot.
Which I don't know what it is, and they're keeping it from me. But then we're gonna go get some food, corn dog.
I'm vegetarian.
Turkey then. And
Turkey's
then,
meat.
Not in Minnesota, turkey's special. And we will go do some of those things and report back.
Typical teenage daughter and father banter.
Yeah.
Real funny.
Well, maybe he said he didn't know what it was. Sir, it's called the Slingshot.
I've never been on that. Have you been on that?
No, I would never. That looks terrifying.
Good for him.
And did you see that? Can you imagine Donald Trump and any of his children or grandchildren on one of those rides? I mean, can you imagine J.D. Vance with one of his children who he doesn't let drink more than a few sips of chocolate milk on that ride? And didn't you just love the little comment there about turkey being special? This is the candidate, that Kamala Harris picked. This is the kind of Democratic Party that you're going to see when you elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And I looked around social media last night, and I was surprised at so many people in MAGA were utterly confused by Tim Walz. They didn't know that there were politicians like this. Not just Democrats. They didn't know that there were politicians that were just like regular people. Now let's look at something else. Let's what are we gonna? Let's look at this.
Hey Minnesota, happy opening day of the Minnesota State Fair.
It's great to be here
at the Great Minnesota Get-Together.
You might have guessed we're pretty big fans.
I mean, I really enjoy the Minnesota State Fair, and check out his socks.
The gift by the Lieutenant Governor. It truly is the Great Minnesota Get-Together. This is an opportunity for you to come out, spend time with your neighbors, celebrate our agricultural past and the future that we share together.
We're really excited to try some of the new foods, but also, you know, our traditional favorites.
Get out here, be one of the 2 million people that make this the best state fair in America.
We'll see you at the fair, Minnesota.
Yeah, there you go. There's Tim Walz at a state fair. Again, can you imagine Donald Trump at a Florida state fair? Can you just imagine him trying to eat a corn dog? Just think about it. Now let's look at this one. This is again with here's Tim Walz with his daughter Hope.
Hi, Minnesota. Governor Walz here, along with
Hope.
We're making sure we remind all of you hands-free driving starts on the 1st of August. We want to make sure our teen drivers are not texting and...
No. I think it's actually mostly bald men.
Cut. All right, once again, Minnesotans, we're here making sure millennials are putting down the phone and...
I think it's actually adults, Dad. Like older people like you.
Cut.
Hey guys, this is Hope Walz and I'm here with my dad, Governor Walz, and we're just here talking about the new hands-free law, and I'm just gonna show him how to prop his phone up so it's not in his hand and he can still see his navigation. All right, just like this.
Cut. Hey, Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz here. Governor Walz here trying to get rid of a child for anyone. On the 1st of August, Minnesota's new law is hands-free, making sure teens aren't Snapchatting.
I think it's everything, like texting, calling, like it's all hands-free, not just Snapchat, Dad.
All right, cut. One more time. Turn it down.
Why?
We're making a distracted driving video and you have the radio up too loud. Hey, Minnesota, Governor Walz here along with Hope, who listens to the radio too loudly. Well, it's a distracted driving video we're trying to make.
slow-mo.
Hey.
Keep both hands on the wheel, phone out of sight, out of mind.
Good advice. You are ready for college.
Cut.
So make sure when you get in your car,
Your hands-free.
in states that have hands-free driving, we reduced fatalities and accidents by over 15%. We want to make sure that everybody gets home safely. Hope, any advice for Minnesotans?
What he said.
It's not worth it, Minnesota. Put the phone down. It's the law of the land. More importantly, it's going to keep Minnesotans safe.
I'm glad I get to drive on the roads with this law in effect.
That's just pure charm. Again, could you imagine Donald Trump doing a video like that with Ivanka? You can't. You know, can you imagine J.D. Vance? J.D. Vance, the least popular vice presidential pick in the history of polling. The history of polling, right? Which goes back almost 100 years. And here we have this guy, already immensely popular, already exciting crowds all around the country. And you know, one of the fun things about this guy is he was a winning football coach. And let's look at a clip related somewhat to that.
Governor, on behalf of our football team and the entire University of Minnesota and all of our fans, alum, we just want to present the game ball from the Penn State victory, victory number 9 for the season to you and the state of Minnesota. So congratulations. Thank you very much. Yeah, you bet.
They rode the boat, and it's for real here, baby. Yeah. They play for the governor's victory bell.
We humbly accept this on behalf of grateful Gopher Nation. This state's values are being reflected in this team. We could not be prouder of what you've done. We'll display this and make sure as many Minnesotans get to see this.
One of the biggest wins in school history for the University of Minnesota.
Gave a game ball out in the locker room to the state of Minnesota. We're one Minnesota.
The coach was echoing that idea, one that kind of transcends politics and gets to the point of how do we solve these issues together.
What we want to be able to do is be one Minnesota. And when I heard the governor say that, we just want to be able to echo that message, because this is a very powerful state, and we're just proud to represent the state, hopefully in a first-class fashion, by rowing the boat. I'm
certainly proud as a Minnesotan. You can feel it across the state. It's good things happen when you start winning like this.
Isn't it great to hear that fight song? That's just different than what we've had in politics lately, isn't it? And I hope that gave you a good introduction to Tim Walz and the kind of guy he is, the kind of American he is, and the kind of politician he is. And while you're thinking about that, why don't you head on over to permanentmajority.us and toss us a little money? Thank you.